Today we find ourselves embarking on the third episode of the Dream Garage project, and this is going to be a big one. So let's just recap on the series a little. Episode 1, huge transformation. We turned this dingy, dark, cobweb infested garage into what looks a dream workshop. Episode 2, there was a big gap between 1 and 2. I got injured, did a recap video, and we find ourselves on the third episode, and this is a perfect project for me to carry on during this period of time. This side looks absolutely perfect. It looks like the dream garage. However, turn yourselves around. That is a disaster. I mean, if you want to get that bike at the bottom of the pile, that's not a 5-minute job. That will take you an afternoon to sift through that, and we need to fix that. We need to tidy that up. Today's episode is the first episode where we're focusing on bike storage, which is an integral part of any dream bike cave or workshop. And I don't have a huge amount of space in here, so it is really, I've got to be cunning. I have to be very smart on how I do this. We've got materials out the back, we've got some racks, loads of racks here, and we've got loads of stuff that needs organising. So to start things off, I'm going to clear this out. So we've got a blank canvas and drop in to some dream workshopping. Look at that, what a lovely blank canvas we now have to create a masterpiece in the garage. So I haven't even told you the plan yet. Obviously this garage is only a single garage, it's not the biggest area in the world, and I have so much stuff. I'm fortunate enough to have a lot of bikes, and they all need to be stored correctly and easy to access. So the way that I've decided to do this is, in the first episode, loads of you commented about the garage door, because this is quite a flimsy old thing and not very secure. Not only that, the way that it opens, it takes up a lot of space, meaning that I would only really have storage for the bikes in front of the worktop, which means that then I can't actually use it as a workshop. So what my plan is, I never use this door. There's a door at the back of the garage, and I'm going to block it off. I'm going to build a stud work wall across there, and what that enables is it opens up so much more room, meaning I can have bikes down here. They're all stored nicely, and it also means that the garage is extra secure, because even if you did break into the door, there's going to be a wall in front of you. So we're killing two birds with one stone here. There's probably quite a few of you cringing at the thought, oh, he's blocking his garage door off, but I never use it, and it does feel like a weak point of the garage from a security point of view. So let's completely eliminate that. Let's open up loads more space, stop the thieves getting in, and let's make the ultimate bike storage down here. The material zone. Right, let's get these trestles up and let's get cutting some wood, because we're going to build the frame for the stud work. We have stud work frame, and this is a perfect stable structure to not only build the rest of the stud work, but it's got to have the bikes hanging off it. So we've drilled this into the roof or the ceiling and into the wall. The floor was a nightmare. I could get 3 fixings only in that, which is enough. It's not going anywhere, but that was literally, my drill was burning my hands, and it was a brand new drill bit. It was just melting its way through it in the end. That's bubble, that's nice and straight. So the next job is now to fix the uprights in, which have to go in a very tactical position, because the STEADYRACKs are going to fit to the studs. So I've worked out how far apart they need to go. So I'm going to mark all that out, do that. But before we do that, I'm going to re-energise. I'm now going to have a Y-food, and within this bottle is a complete meal replacement that will keep you full for up to 5 hours. It's high in fibre, high in protein, and low in sugar. It's the perfect drink. If you're on the go, busy person like I am, and you don't always make lunch, then this is a perfect substitute. They've also rebranded, changing their colours, making it easier to recognise what flavour you want. And my favourite feature is the fact that this bottle is 100% recyclable, so doing their bit for the planet. That's so good. This is the happy banana flavour, and there's also 5 more epic flavours available. To try YFood out for yourself, click the link in my description and use my discount code to get 10% off your YFood. Now I'm all refueled, let's go outside, cut some timber and continue with our bike build, bike storage, dream build, garage project, bike cave. Just got to refer to my garage door stud-work plan, which I made. So I'm going to mark these measurements down on the floor, measure up and then cut the timber. So let's get to work. Flying along now, noggins to support the timbers to take the bounce out have to go in between that. That's 2.2, so 1.1. We need a row of timbers across the wall, insulate, and then we're at an exciting stage. And just like that, we now have a stud-work wall. The garage door has disappeared. The room feels weirdly bigger just by blocking it off, and the sound is better because I guess that the garage door is such a vulnerable weak point of a garage, not only for security but for heat, for sound, for loads of different reasons. The stud work wall is solid. These timbers are spaced evenly, so I can, once we've got the covering on, I can fix our STEADYRACK bike storage system directly to these timbers to get a perfectly solid fixing. There's so much excitement, so much to get through, so much fun to be had, and we're about to drop in with another time lapse of getting the cladding on. Stud work wall is complete. The construction phase for this episode is almost done. All painted, ready to go. We chose light oak as the colour because it's quite a dark garage with no natural light getting in here. So if this was a dark colour, it would have just been really dingy and sort of not very nice. Whereas this being nice and light, it actually makes the space feel a lot bigger. Probably the fact that we don't have loads of bikes in here as well also helps. But it's now time for the bike storage. It's what you've all tuned in for. It's what I've been waiting for. And the racks that are going to be holding the bikes have been supplied by STEADYRACK. So we're going to get one of them up and then take a look over it. First rack installed, that was super quick and easy. Well, 6 bolts including the 2 down there. I think we should just give it a test straight away and get the bike in. So it folds out, stores away nicely when you're not using it. Let's get the eaves. It's really important that they are easy to get in the rack for me because I have a lot of e-bikes and they're super heavy, like the hooks that I had before, so heavy to try and lift on. And with my dodgy shoulder as well, it's not the easiest. So all we've got to do is lift it up, and then you literally just push it into the rack and then clip the back wheel in down there. Done. That was no effort whatsoever. Bike storage for me was a super important part of this project, and I think there was a few things that I was definitely going out there looking for. The first thing was utilising the space, and these STEADYRACKs do that because they twist, which is going to make it easy because I'm going to have 5 of them stacked up against this wall. And the problem I had previously is when they were just like this, you try to get to that one, you can't fully get to it. So what I'll be able to do is pull that one to the side and just remove it. Same when we get onto this wall, there's going to be a few here, and obviously the bars are going to be in the workshop space, so you can just twist them and get them out of the way. I mean, that's insane. It goes so far around. The next feature that I was looking for was the bikes to be stored safe and secure, and that is definitely achieved with these racks. I mean, that's so solid on there. 4 big bolts, and the quality of the rack's fantastic. It's really stable, holds your bike, you've not got to worry about that going anywhere. And probably my favourite feature is the fact that the rack sits on the tyre, so there's no chance of damaging your bike whatsoever. Some of these hooks that you have sit on the rim, and with the weight of the bike hanging off it, it's putting pressure on your spokes and it's just going to damage your bike. Whereas that, it's so friendly on your bike, which is really important, because if it gets damaged riding, we can all accept that. But if it gets damaged being stored or transported or whatever, then that doesn't sit too well with me. I could just fit one and play with that all day. That's quite satisfying. But we do have 4 more racks and bikes to store on this wall. So we're going to run a time lapse, get them fitted, and then take a look at how they all hopefully spin and twist and easy to access. And that's all going to depend on if I've worked it out properly. So let's drop in and see what happens. Bike racks complete. The garage has taken yet again another big transformation in this video, and I knew that this would be a crucial part of the build, but I didn't realise how good it will be. So I'm going to do a little demonstration for you. Obviously 5 bikes hanging off the wall. We've patched up the garage door, that doesn't exist anymore, and these twist so easily. So let's just say, for example, you want to get right in that corner. You can push all of your bikes over so easily like that, and then you can just go in here. I don't know why you'd want to go stand over here, but just as an example, and it just folds them out of the way. It's super good. Like, to get one of them down, let's get the downhill bike out for example quickly, show you how simple it is. So that goes like that way, this, just roll, drop it down, perfect. And then back in, you just wedge it in there like that, done. And then you can put them all back nice and straight and have them looking tidy again. I have got more. This bike storage isn't completed yet, because if you remember at the start of the episode, there was kicker ramps, wheels, loads of boxes. There was so much stuff that still needs to go away in this garage, but I'm not going to talk too much about it in this video because that's for the next one. But we have got space at the side here for some quite deep storage pockets or extra shelving. We've got this wall that nothing's being done to it. So I have got some ideas. It'd also be great to hear your ideas in the comment section below on what I should build, because now I'm able to sort of move around and do this. I'm going to crack on whilst I can't ride and get this dream garage project wrapped up. And it's an exciting process, it's an exciting journey. I'm stoked to have you guys along with me to keep feeding me ideas and to aid the project along. So if you've enjoyed this one, give us a thumbs up, leave some comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.